Hey Scott, this is Eddie with Multi-Man Services. We're the dealer for Roofmax. We help extend and rejuvenate the life of your roof. So I figured I'd introduce myself while I'm up here on your roof and a little bit about a few things when we do a roof inspection. Essentially, we look at the granular loss and see how much granulars have fallen into the gutter. We look at the seal tabs, see how those are holding up. Sometimes they loosen up. And then we'll look at the flashing details, like you look at this boot here. It's got some cracks. We'll look at other leak prone areas on your chimney area here and inspect your ridge cap on the rest of the roof here. So while we're up here, we'll give a good general idea of how things are going. I mean, immediately I can tell the roof is probably somewhere between the 12 and 17 year mark. I want to say about 16 years old or so. Based on the algae we see here, you can see the lichen starting to grow right there in the corner, and we can see the differences over here. Now, this plumbing boot here is not supposed to have those little slits in it. Because that's like a 7 to 10 year plumbing boot. So based on how rippled it is and all that, I'm going to suggest a full replacement on that. Typically, if you were just to hire a roofer to come out and take the shingles out around it and replace that boot, you're probably looking at a repair of around $300 to $450. But what we do when we do a roof maintenance package is we'll include a full roof tune-up with a conditioning treatment or with a cleaning treatment. So while we're up here, we do a bunch of stuff, and that will be included. So let's check out the gutters on some other parts of the house here, and we'll see how the roof is performing. Okay, so we're looking at the front of your house here. I see a lot of granulars in the gutter there. That's basically just wear and tear of your shingles here, where the granulars are coming off. You can kind of see over here where we have starting to see some wear and tear on the shingle, where the granules are starting to fall off. And sometimes people don't notice, but this is actually a thermal crack right here. This little crack right here is an expansion and contraction joint where the shingle tried to expand, but it was basically dried out, and it cracked there. You can kind of see the fiberglass and the asphalt, exposed right in here. Let the camera focus. There we go. So that's a sign that the shingles are starting to lose their shingle. I'm just gonna lift up the first couple of shingles I see here. Usually, that's a sign that if your shingles aren't flexible, and they'll crack just like that. They should be able to bend and flex. That's just this minor issue there. So your shingles seem to be glued down pretty well. Here's a shingle that's starting to come up. Well, not really. They're glued down pretty good. So shingles seem to be sealed down pretty well still. This is definitely going to need a full replacement. If you're not seeing leaking in your attic yet, you will be. A little bit about roof cleaning. It's not really necessary. These black streaks you see on the shingle here are more or less just aesthetic. But these lichens that are growing right here, those actually are growing roots into your shingles. And when they die and dry up and blow away, what happens is they take a small bit of the granulars with them, and it'll leave a spot with it. So that's something I would suggest to get treated. I mean, at this point, I definitely would suggest a roof treatment for the cleaning and the conditioning treatment. This is a very savable roof. I'm looking over here at the bottom portion. There's a couple of shingles that are lifting up here. So it's just a sign that some maintenance is needed. This is a sign of improper installation of a ridge cap. This is supposed to be a 16 penny nail, way deep, so I'm not supposed to be able to lift this up and it be flapping around. I'll put that back in its hole. But essentially, this whole ridge cap and along there, I would suggest re-nailing with longer nails and sealing those nail heads up. This looks pretty solid up here. Typically we see areas where the nails have popped themselves up, but it looks actually fairly new and in good condition. So I'm going to attach a quick video at the end of this presentation that explains ultimately what a conditioning treatment from Roofmax can do to help you extend the life of your roof, and how you can save yourself a lot of money by not having to replace your roof sooner than you need. Just looking at your neighbors' houses, I worked for your neighbor across the street over and your neighbor across the street here also could benefit it, and your neighbor across the street over there. There is a potential where we can do like a multi-group scheduling discount. So I'd be glad to quote you and your neighbors all in one big bundle to do the roof maintenance. That way you can all kind of, like, we can do one big circle here, and we can be efficient with our time and materials, and you guys can cash in on the savings. So from here I can actually see that plumbing boot on your neighbor's house actually has a crack on it. So if he's not seeing leaking in his roof, we'll soon. So take a look at this quick informational video, and we'll talk soon about how we can help you extend the life of your roof. Hey, while I'm up here on the ladder looking at your second story soffits, I would talk a little bit about what I see. I see a little bit of oxidation issues here, a lot of mold and mildew problems up here. So all this mold that you see here starting to grow, that'll be taken care of pressure detergent based cleaning process. So essentially what that is from the ground, with no high pressure, no brushing, no ladders, we and effectively wash your entire home efficiently, just like we did your neighbors next to you here. So all this is going to be washed efficiently without damaging the siding, directing water in the wrong direction. So it's called our gentle detergent wash system, and essentially you don't have to worry about damaging your screens or your windows. So a little bit about this rust here, that is a process that we can get that removed. It's separate from our washing service on your siding, so if that's something you're interested in having done, we can work something out. Probably get you a quote to clean up your patios here. All your outdoor window screens could be easily taken out, put them by the garage, and then we'll wash those down for you. Otherwise, you got a very straightforward home maintenance service here. Definitely going to want to look into the roof maintenance. At a minimum, we're going to want to get that tuned up and help you out here. Thanks so much. Here, I'm the guy that does all the work. I have a helper. We choose to do our marketing a little bit different than other companies. We don't do any of the TV or radio or direct mail. So what we like to do is do like maintenance bundled service discounts. So take a look at down below. You'll see, a bunch of services that you could have done that you probably haven't had done in a while. And when we're able to do that, we're able to work efficiently and extend those savings onto you. And I'll also create a separate bundled saving discount for you and your 3 neighbors next to you here. And that way, if you'd like to, explain to him what you're about to do, and we can all cash in on a pretty decent discount here. So Eddie, my cell, call or text me with any questions, 815-520-6020. Thank you.
There is never a good day on your roof. Temperatures can climb to over 140 degrees, causing the roof to expand. Passing rain showers quickly cool the roof, creating rapid contraction, known as thermal shock. Your asphalt roof must remain flexible to withstand these extreme stresses. Oil within the asphalt allows for this flexibility. Depending on region, a roof begins breaking down between 7 and 10 years of age because the oil begins drying out of the asphalt, causing the roof to become increasingly brittle over time. With loss of flexibility, it starts to crack and begins slowly breaking apart, the same way cracks eventually turn into a pothole in an asphalt road. Roofmax is a 100% safe, all-natural food-grade oil. The spray-applied treatment quickly penetrates roof shingles, restoring flexibility and waterproofing protection. Each treatment is guaranteed to last 5 years and comes with a transferable warranty. And because Roofmax treatments are repeatable, a roof can be greatly extended past its expected life. Treatment is quick, clean, and very affordable. Get more life for less money, guaranteed with Roofmax, a powerful fusion of science and nature.